shining on the city lights.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No matter where you are watching this content, time, place, I really want to thank you for sharing your energy with me. Like Jay-Z said, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So once again, thank you. No matter what content that you consume on this channel, it will always be revolved around dreaming fearlessly, mastering your own reality, as well as feeling powerful. Today, we have a very special guest once again. This is like the third take, but we going one take Drake this time. You feel me? This kid, well, honestly, I've known him since he was a kid. His name is Tahj Dennie. He's 24.
24, yeah.
24 years old, and honestly, he's my brother's best friend. That's how we met. So I've seen Tahj ever since. Once again, he was we both were kids, and to see the man that he's growing up into has been honestly, once again, one of the greatest joys and pleasures of my life, because I could really see somebody transform and become he's on his way to becoming a mogul, to be honest. And I really don't say that lightly. He grinds his ass off. He's really like family and just loyalty oriented. This man is extremely loyal, great vibes. I want him to share his vibes with y'all. Once again, welcome Tahj Dennie. It was a little delayed, but we're going to rock with it. Tahj, once again, bro, thank you.
Of course. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. You're welcome. So this is like our third take, so we're a little comfortable right now, right? We have a little technical difficulties. We try and get our shit together. But overall, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro.
You feel more comfortable right now? You feeling good today?
Yeah, I'm
Smooth,
feeling
my man.
good, bro. Yeah.
My man. All right, so once again, Tahj, let's just start off with, where you from?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe yourself? And let's start right there. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in the Maze, where I met you and Eddie and everything.
Yes, sir.
My parents are from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is in the Caribbean.
Okay.
So I'm a first-generation American.
Okay.
As me, as you said, I like to think of myself as a very loyal person.
Yes.
I try to do right by everybody in my life.
Yes.
I have a lot of beautiful people in my life, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Straight energy.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. I try to keep the good vibes. I try to be very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And, I try to stay motivated.
Smooth.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, my man, comfortable now.
You feel me?
I love it. So I want to talk about your parents once again. So you're a first generation American.
Yeah.
Your parents are from St. Vincent.
Yeah.
You said in the Grenadines.
Yep.
Is that around like Jamaica?
Yeah, it's near Trinidad, Tobago.
Okay.
Yeah, Barbados.
Smooth.
Like that.
Is it around St. Thomas?
Yeah.
I want to go to St. Thomas so bad, bro. That's
Word.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not word. Like seriously, I want to go to St. Thomas so bad.
Definitely.
And the cool thing about it is I just got my passport. It's actually in the United States Virgin Islands, so you don't even need a passport to go there.
Facts.
So yeah.
St. Vincent's I believe it's a British territory.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the British Virgin Islands.
No, I don't think it's Virgin Islands. I think it's just.
Oh, for real, just a British territory.
I believe so.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy how many countries the British Empire at one time owned.
It's OD. You look at it on a map, it's still,
stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They owned most of Africa.
Facts.
They owned a good amount of like Europe, and then they owned the British Virgin Islands or like St. Vincent and stuff like that. You feel me? Owned the United States for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They was really getting it on and popping. They was not playing.
Facts.
So smooth. So let's talk about, because we were just talking about before how your parents actually came over. So if you could tell that story once again, because I think it's a beautiful story.
Yeah. So my grandfather, my dad's dad, he was like a minister of education. Okay. So he was like a principal for different schools. It's a very small island. So my dad actually came out here for college in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was St. Francis. I'm not 100% positive right now.
Okay.
But yeah, my dad came over. He finished school, and then my mom came to meet him out here. I think it was like 5 to 10 years later, somewhere within that range.
And how old did they meet?
So I want to say my mom.
I'm over here asking you your parents' story.
Like my dad is a few years older than my mom.
Okay.
I think my mom said she was like 14 when she met my dad.
Okay.
I think my dad was friends with like her older brother.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
so
since young bulls.
They met at 14. And what age was it when your dad moved here? And what age do you think roughly?
Yeah.
Was it when your mom moved here?
So I think my dad moved here when he was like 19 or 20. He had moved out here, like moved in with his aunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think my mom moved out here when she was around my age, I guess, like 24, 25.
Okay.
I believe, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah. And I think the fact that, once again, like we were talking, there wasn't any social media,
Yeah.
there wasn't any FaceTime. You
No
know, phone
WhatsApp,
calls had
none
to
of
be
that.
planned.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember phone calls having to be, oh, you gonna be home at 7?
Facts.
Oh, unlimited nights and weekends? Like, you feel me? Like, all right, smooth. I'm gonna call you at 7. I'm gonna call you at 7:30.
Or,
So yeah, I really love that. Did you tell everybody like what you're into, like business wise?
no, I don't think we got into that in this take.
Yeah.
So yeah, I currently live in Tampa, Florida.
Mhm.
So I do Airbnb short-term rentals. I do Turo, which is pretty much like Airbnb but for cars, and then I wholesale real estate virtually.
Smooth.
Yeah.
And your wholesaling real estate business, the way you've been able to scale that
Yeah.
and like build a team, like you feel me, the way y'all got together. My man Emmanuel here, he's on the Venture Speed team. He's on the Venture Speed team, right?
Of course, yeah.
So my man Emmanuel's on the Venture Speed team. He also helps you out with the Toro, right?
Yeah.
Y'all both
He
do it.
He put me on the Toro.
Oh, you was the one that put him on the Toro?
Yeah.
My Jeep Compass Buster was the Turo pioneer for the game.
Facts.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire.
We was actually in Mexico when we had first moved to Tampa.
Yeah.
I know he was like in the background, like, yo, I'm putting my Jeep up. Because we both worked at the Jeep dealership, so we both got brand new Jeeps, right?
Mhm.
So we moved down to Tampa.
I remember that too.
Yeah. So we was in Mexico, and he was like, yo, bro, my Jeep just got booked for a week. Shit, pay my car payment. I was like, nah, let me see, right?
Yeah.
So obviously that's all I'm thinking about. I came back, listed my Jeep, and that was pretty much it. I need to scale this up for sure.
Yo, and now they have a fleet.
Facts.
Oh, no. A fleet of beautiful cars.
Yeah.
Of beautiful cars that a rapper would love.
Facts.
A rapper would love the fleet of cars you guys got.
Yeah, they nice
No,
cars,
they're
bro.
nice. All right, so can you say like all the cars you guys have?
All right, collectively, I'll say my cars first. So,
Okay, yeah.
Me myself, I have a Cadillac Escalade. I have a BMW 6 Series.
Well, we gotta say the years because I don't
Okay,
want them to
yeah.
think it's like
Yeah,
2008.
Yeah, my fault.
You feel me?
My fault. I got a 2019 Cadillac Escalade.
Smooth.
2017 BMW 6 Series.
Okay.
2018 Mercedes C300.
Okay,
And then my Jeep is a 2020. That's still going hard on Toro.
that's nice.
And then collectively, like if you pull up to the office, we got a 2019 BMW M4. It's my boys. 2019, I believe, Mercedes E400 Cabriolet, the drop top joint.
Yeah, that's the nice one.
Yeah,
That joint's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that joint's a
fire, bro.
spaceship. It's a
Yeah,
spaceship.
definitely.
Uh,
You got the Mustang GT, Tesla Model 3.
yeah.
My boy John got a Corvette.
Y'all remember when I got drunk
Yeah.
and I was in the back seat and I was like basically standing
Yeah,
up.
you was ODing.
I was wildin'.
It was like you was on spring break.
Yo,
First time in the drop.
yo, dead ass, yo.
Facts.
I dead ass felt like I was on spring break. I was wilding,
OD.
and then like the wind was
Yeah.
smacking the shit out of my
Your
face so
glasses
much
flew off.
that my shades, and it was nice shades.
Yeah. Yeah,
Clean
nigga,
off my
yeah,
face.
You was hurt.
Nah, yeah, but
Facts.
y'all put me in my bag though, cause y'all be driving those fast ass cars like they
Word.
fast ass cars.
Gotta drive
You
'em
feel
like
me?
they
So
made
I'm
it
like,
do,
word.
you know? Yeah.
Let me get this adrenaline rushing.
Facts.
So yeah, how like what would you recommend for somebody like starting Toro? Like, you feel me? Like, is it something that people should do as their main source of income, or is it something as like, just to pay off your car and a couple extra dollars? Like, how do you look at it?
I wouldn't say mainstream of income. So one, you got to look at your market, right? You got to make sure it makes sense. So in Tampa, obviously we have, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete.
Yeah.
Miami's not too far away. Orlando's right up the street.
Yeah.
So it makes sense there, right?
Okay.
Philly will probably do great. But if you in like, Wyoming or
Right.
somewhere,
Right.
you got to make sure it's a thing and it's going to, be beneficial. Because them car payments could be hefty, if,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
2019 Escalade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, that's
You feel me?
stupid. Yeah. It's crazy because I was driving the car the last time I was down there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what the fuck is on the windshield? And it was like, the speed limit or
Yeah.
like the speedometer.
Speedometer,
The speedometer or something like that. There was
Uh-huh.
other things on the windshield. I'm like, this shit hard.
Nah, that shit is
This shit
spaceship.
hard. Nah, that shit fire. That shit fire.
It's my favorite car, if not the second.
Word, nah,
Yeah.
I love it. And
Right.
it picks up, it drives. Like, you don't
Yeah.
feel like you're in a big ass Escalade when you're
Yeah.
driving it,
Word.
which is dope. So, all right, so basically, it's not a main source of income.
Mhm.
Location matters. Is there any tips that you could give people on Toro to like how to qualify? Oh, hey, listen, if I live in Allentown or if I live in a suburb, or I think you told me like when it comes to a like an international airport. So like Atlanta has an international airport, a big hub that people go into. Philly, New York, Tampa. So like that's one qualifying aspect.
Really anywhere that you would want a vacation or people go to often to vacation. People where businessmen will come and need a car for the weekend, something like that. Location is definitely prime. You got to be in a location where it makes sense.
Smooth. Any other tips that you would give or any other insights that you would give as far as Toro? Like, because, you guys are taking out car loans. Like,
So,
and insurance.
100%. So one, you got to be super organized. You got to be very customer oriented. So like the way Emmanuel has our Toro account set up, we have, like automated messages. We have a system where the cars are always parked. So even if I'm sleeping, they're going to get that message to pick up the car. I mean, bro, just, and don't get something that, like, if you don't like Turo, that you can't afford.
Right.
So, like, don't go get a Lambo and then 2 weeks in, you're like, you know what, I don't like Turo, and now you got a $3K car payment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, do something.
Because then you looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
You looking crazy. Yeah, definitely do something with, within your budget.
Smart.
I like to get certified pre-owned vehicles that are still under warranty.
Manufacturer warranty or like what type
certified pre-owned, so they'll give you like an additional warranty on top of the manufacturer warranty. If you're not buying them new. But I wouldn't be buying something like out of warranty. Like when Manuel's Mustang, like the transmission just blew. Like 2 weeks ago, that John got like 30,000 miles on it.
Right.
So you don't want to buy something that has no warranty and then you stuck with a repair like that.
And his had warranty, right?
Of course, yeah. That boy got everything.
What's All right, so smooth. We got the battery stuff situated. You feel me? So Tahj, once again, you was telling us about like location, right? As far as the Toro goes. So if you could keep on, please.
Of course, yeah. So another way to see if your market would be, popping or whatever, you can go on the Turo app and pretty much look for all-star hosts and see how many trips they have. So we've been on the platform for like a year. I think we got like 320 trips.
Okay.
We're called like a power host? Called a power host. So there's all-star host and then there's a power host. So see how many trips the all-star host and the power host have, see how many cars they have, and see what the volume's like. If you want to go even deeper, you can usually, see when
you say volume, you mean like the amount of trips that they're actually taking?
Yeah, like each car.
Okay,
like how many trips each car has. So my Escalade, I got that in like July. I got like 25 trips.
Okay.
It's bussing.
Word.
I never see it.
Yeah.
So things like that. You don't want to see something, and you can like see when they posted it. So you don't want to see like they posted it in April and they got like 4 trips.
Got you. Because then it's just kind of like, all right, I'm wasting my money, time, and energy here.
Tight.
Smooth.
Yeah.
So how long do you think you'll be doing Toro for? As long as you can?
Probably for a while, bro. I want to upgrade to like exotic rentals. Like I'm trying to have like the Lambos and
that's nice.
Rolls
and you
Royces.
in Florida, so you know you could tax.
Yeah.
You could tax. That's
especially
so
in
fire.
Miami, bro.
Yeah, facts. I've seen I watched a documentary on Netflix that was solely on rentals in Miami, how people be scheming and saying that it's their car, but they actually renting it out from a rental, like a luxury rental or dealership or whatever, and then they got it on Toro or they got it on other websites, and they literally look like they got this money, but they don't. It's not theirs.
Right.
Like, but they be making bank. Like, how much does it cost to rent a luxury car, you think?
So when we was out there in April, we got a Rolls Royce Ghost, a Lamborghini, a Huracan, BMW i8. And the Lambo and the Rolls Royce, those are around $1,000 a day.
Man.
And then the i8's like $500 a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fire. Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. Yo, I need to get in a Rolls Royce if it's only 1,000, right?
Facts.
Like, here.
Bro, facts.
I need to live this. It had the stars in the ceiling?
Of course.
Smooth.
Yeah. All black. That shit went crazy.
Smooth. So any more tips about Toro right now? I know you want to have you could speak on it if you want, right? Speaking into existence.
Yeah, I mean, bro. Man, that's really it. Like Toro's lit for like the smaller markets, and Toro does the marketing for you. So like they're bringing guests. Like right now, I could email blast those 300 guests that came and rented a car from me, and update them, say, hey, I got these cars available next time you come to Florida, something like that. It's a great platform to get started on. Toro definitely, of course they got their fees and the guests,
everybody does.
Yeah, the guests be paying a lot more than what I make, but trying to definitely go independent at some point.
And you also found a way to like join the Toro business with your Airbnb,
Type, yeah.
right? Can you
Yeah.
explain that?
Yeah, it's like the auto message that goes out. Like,
Mhm.
so if somebody books the Airbnb, an auto message will go out, pretty much listing all the cars that we have
Mhm.
available. I mean, that's just pretty much in their hands. If they want to rent it, they can inquire about it. And then we also offer things like, yacht rentals. We got a plug for that.
That's stupid.
Like a private chef, driver service, like a Sprinter van service.
That's
stuff like
crazy.
that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And how much does things like that like typically cost?
I think they charge, well, a yacht. I remember we got the yacht. It was like 4 hours. It was like 2,500.
Okay. Yeah, that ain't that
It's
bad.
not terrible.
Yeah. How many people could fit on a yacht? 12?
Yeah, it was like 12, 15 of us. But the yacht was fire though. It was like,
My estimation skills
Yeah.
are stupid, right?
Yeah.
All right.
it's
so
like, bro, it's like a 2-bedroom yacht. You got like
Yeah.
a living room, kitchen type. It's fire.
that's nice.
It's definitely worth it. And if you with that many people, it's cheap.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. What is
Yeah.
it? 2,500 divided by 12. Let's do it real quick.
Yeah.
Because I really
Like
want people to know how
170
like
something.
attainable this is.
Facts.
208,
208, okay.
208.33 a person.
Mhm.
That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
For 4 hours, that's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
And it actually leaves the coast.
Oh yeah, we was in the middle of the ocean, bro.
That's
we was coming back at
nice.
nighttime. You see like the Miami,
Yeah,
city
skyline. Yeah, yeah.
Those vibes.
That's
bro.
hard. That's
Yeah,
hard.
those vibes.
You know what's crazy? When I was the first time I went to South Beach was Miami, period.
Mhm.
Was last August, right? Beach was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the South Beach was nothing like Jersey.
Right.
Like Jersey is dark blue.
Yeah.
You could barely see through it. You probably see like, cans and bottles floating across. I went to
Facts.
Coney Island Beach one time. It was the most ratchet shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, bro.
You feel me? And when you go to Miami, the water is see-through. You like, is this the United States?
Word.
Is this the East Coast of the United States? Like, it looked beautiful. It
Facts,
looked
bro.
beautiful. So yeah. So let's just touch on the Airbnb now that we segued into that.
Sure.
What got you into Airbnb? What are you doing with the Airbnb, and what are your goals with Airbnb?
So I always wanted to go. I always wanted to be like an Airbnb host for real. So I had gone to a Grant Cardone conference, like 10X. I think that was like 2019.
You wanted me to go to that.
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
actually went with my
remember
boy Gabe. I was living in Philly at the time. And we went out there and we stayed in an Airbnb. And I was like, yo, we need to get one of these. We just come chill here whenever.
Yeah.
So, I always had that in the back of my head. And then when we moved to Florida, it was just, kind of easier to get them going. So, no, I think I have like 3 right now. I'm about to end the lease on 1, so I will have 2.
Okay.
So I have a single family, and then I have a 3-bedroom condo.
Word. And 3-bedroom condo. I know about that one. Which one do you prefer, right? Like, which one would you suggest, or does it really come down to numbers? Like, let's just say me, right? I want to get into it, and I'm like, yo, Tahj, you got a home and you have a condo. Which one would you get next time?
So the house, you could sleep more. There's no like HOA or anything like that. The condo can only sleep 6 people.
What's a HOA?
HOA is like the homeowner association or something like that.
Right.
But the condo, like you can sleep like 13.
Okay.
But the building's rule is you can only have 6.
What do you mean?
Like you can only have, it's like a fire hazard. So you can only have 6 people sleeping in there.
Okay.
With a single family, you could have as many as you could fit.
Right.
Like 10, 15, whatever.
Yeah.
So I would get a house moving forward. It's only like 1,000 more. I think my house is like 4,800. Condo's like 36.
And you said that the bull taxed you a little bit extra on top of the house because he knew, because like you was up front with him. Like, hey, listen, like I'm not gonna live here.
Yeah.
Right.
So I actually found him on Facebook. Not Facebook, Craigslist. And it was
Okay.
just a picture of the house. I called him. I pretty much asked him off rip. I think the house was listed for 4,000, and I said, or 4,300. And I said, would you allow me to Airbnb it? He said, if you did Airbnb, I would have to charge you 5,300. I was like, all right, I'm gonna come check it out.
Yeah.
So we went out there, and then I met him in the middle at 4,800.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, you're still making your profit, and it's literally a home that you're not spending any time in.
Yeah.
When it comes to maintenance for Turo and Airbnb, like, how is that? Is it a headache? Is it really hands off for the most part? Like,
yeah, I mean, you really just have to have systems in place. So, like for the Airbnbs, we got cleaners, we got a plumber, we got an electrician. So if something goes wrong, we could call them and they'll go to the unit.
Yeah.
With Turo, we pretty much just make sure everything is on point. Get the oil changed on time. Get it checked out.
Right.
Tires,
Preventive maintenance.
Exactly. You gotta be big on preventive maintenance.
Yes.
You don't know how these people are driving your cars.
Yes.
So.
So you do the Toro, you do Airbnb, and you do wholesaling. What actually made you? Because, like, I like saying this. I like saying this. So I'm not going to credit their knowledge in wholesaling, but I feel like that they came into wholesaling, if my memory serves me correctly,
Yeah.
because I was wholesaling at the time. And the thing, and this is one of the things that I really commend you and Emmanuel for. They was not selling shit. They was not like, you guys was not making money with me, with my mentor. I was closing deals, and for some reason, it was just really hard for all of us, but even harder for y'all.
Yeah, it's because my mom was mostly on flipping cars.
Right.
So it's like, well, wholesaling, you really gotta like, especially the way
Yeah.
we was learning that way.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I just it's really the systems and processes with wholesaling. So once you have those on point, it makes it way easier to have a deal.
And what's funny?
Close a deal.
That's the thing you continuously say. And that's the thing I personally continuously know, that this is the reason why I love doing podcasting.
Yeah.
Is because people need to understand that business comes down to systems. And the better system that you can have, the more simple your business is.
Yep.
And the simpler you can make your business, the more money you can make, because then you can bring people in and scale out.
Exactly.
So I really love the fact that you keep on reiterating that systems, have the systems in place, have this, and it's almost like it's subconscious to you by now.
No, 100%.
Because you're so used to it.
Yeah.
So my question about wholesaling is, number one, can you explain wholesaling to people?
Yeah. So you essentially look for a seller. You can't really wholesale a property that's on the market, but you'll look for a seller that's looking to sell their property. It's usually a distressed property. So, it needs repairs. So you pretty much get that under contract. So you get under contract with the seller for $100,000, and the property's worth $200,000.
Yeah.
Right. It needs $30,000 in repairs or whatever. You'd get it under contract with the seller, and then you would wholesale it to an investor who's going to come in, do the repairs, and then list it on the market and sell it to an end buyer.
Right. So what I like telling people is, a real estate agent, they sell homes on behalf of the homeowner, or like they basically, let's just say a real estate agent sells homes and a wholesaler sells contracts.
Right. Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much assigning it. You're assigning the contract to an investor, and you pretty much just taking a fee for it.
What percentage of the time do buyers or do sellers, like the homeowners, know that, all right, this guy, kid, whoever, because most of the time we're talking to older individuals. So I'm talking about people that could be our grandfathers, you feel me, or our parents at minimum.
Yeah.
Well, grandmother, grandfathers. But what percentage of the time do you think that you're telling people that, hey, listen, I'm the buyer, but you're not the buyer?
Right. I try to be as transparent as possible. So a lot of times I will go into it as the buyer, because when I lock it up, it's my company going on it until I sign it. So unless they really ask, are you buying it? Like if they ask me, I'm gonna tell them, I'm pretty much gonna look for an end buyer for you.
Yeah. What's the percentage of the time that they actually ask you think?
More seasoned real estate people would ask the question.
Right.
But some people just it's all about how you sound on the phone too.
Exactly.
So if you're coming professional, you're coming correct.
Yeah.
To an average person, you sound super professional, like what you're talking about. They have no reason to question you. But I know when I first started off, you get on the phone with a dude that owns 30 properties, and he just make you feel small.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you're not wholesaling my property.
Or
kid.
if you start talking millions of dollars, and then it's kind of like, damn, like I don't know, like I don't know if they're gonna believe me. Like,
100%.
I don't have $1 million.
Even if they do, like, I don't even know how to lock up $1 million property yet. I mean, I'm sure it's the same thing, but when it comes down like EMD, I'll be putting like $100 down for earnest money deposit.
Yeah.
So with $1 million or $2 million property is definitely you got to come more correct.
But you don't put the earnest money deposit down yourself though, right?
No, I just put it on the contract though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then it got to make sense to them, because usually it's like 1 to 3% of what the overall contract is of whatever you're purchasing. You are purchasing the house for.
Right.
That's usually what the earnest money deposit is. So for $1 million home or $2 million home, is that $200,000?
Nah.
Wait,
I don't know.
or is that 10%? That's 10%.
Yeah,
so $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah. I mean, overall, bro, if you put $100 down and the property's $2 million, you're gonna look crazy.
You're gonna look crazy.
That's more of the story. If the house is 40, 50,000, and you put $100, it's not that deep.
Right. It's not that deep. Yeah. But typically they're gonna want like 1,000. Like that's what I've noticed in Philly doing wholesaling. People want 1,000, 2,000, and then anything over 2,000 is not necessary, but 2,000 is that comfortable. Okay, you got some skin in the game.
Yeah.
So what made you want to? Because once again, you wasn't making no bread with us, and y'all went MIA. Y'all went right in the trenches.
Yeah.
Y'all started working in the Lehigh Valley. Y'all moved out of Philly,
Mhm.
moved back to Allentown. I think y'all both moved in with y'all parents. Y'all
Yeah, I moved
back
in with my sister.
Okay.
So I was in my sister's basement with it for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then you were still wholesaling in the Lehigh Valley.
Mhm.
And then you just one day I just felt like, I went to y'all like going away party, y'all going
Yeah.
away dinner.
No, facts, bro.
So what
I mean,
happened? Like,
bro,
what was
kinda,
the change?
Kind of like moving into that year, like around Christmas time. I had found that dude Jay
Mhm.
on Instagram, and he was my age, and he was like, doing a video in a Porsche, and he
Yeah.
was talking about wholesaling,
Yeah,
and he held an event in New York in January.
I remember you telling me about
Yeah.
that as well.
So I went to that event, and I just left amped. I was like, this is what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And he actually called us back for like an office sit-in, and he
Mhm.
pretty much taught us the systems and processes that work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it went from that, and then I was working at the dealership still at the time. Right around February, March, I got laid off. So now I was just in the basement cooking up like literally every single day.
Yeah,
On Zoom with Gabe, just getting everything set up.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, like I'm not, because the valley was always temporary. Like
Mhm.
coming back. So I
Mhm.
was like, yo, I need to be out again. I didn't really want to go back to Philly. Like
Mhm.
Philly's dope and everything, but we were just like,
I
yo,
feel you.
let's just be out to Florida.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's we just made it happen.
So you went from, because I really want people to understand it. You're 24 now,
Yeah.
and this shit was happening when you was like 22,
Yeah.
right? Because you was working for tell the people like where you was working, or you don't got to say the company you was working for, but
Mhm.
what type of work you were doing and what the environment was,
Yeah.
and then you wanted to get out of that,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, yeah, if you take it back, bro, what brought me to Philly in the first place, so I was like in the Valley when I was like 18. I
Yeah.
was a technician at Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Hated it,
Mhm.
right? And my girl had just moved to Philly because she was like going to Tampa or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty much just applying at jobs, trying to get like a corporate job. I was over being a mechanic,
Right.
and I got called for an interview with this place called Frank Recruitment Group.
Okay.
So I came out there. Mind you, I'm 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. They called me out there. The first thing it said was bachelor's degree required,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I pulled up and they was like, you don't got your degree for it, right? And I was like, nah, but I'm working on it. So we did like 3 interviews, bro, and they fucked with me. They offered me the position. I think it was like 35 or 40,000 or something like that. You feel me?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. 19.
19, bro.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
35, 40. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't make that shit.
Yeah. And I was chilling, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really didn't have bills. I had my little Honda Civic SI.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
John was like $300 a month.
Yeah.
My rent was like
I
$700
remember
a
that
month.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire.
But yeah,
It was blue car, right?
it was black.
Black. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a navy blue, but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it was black.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all right, so from there, I met my boy Sam. Sam, he born and raised in Philly, pretty much. Sam
Mhm.
Martin.
Yeah.
And we, he was the only other brother in the
Okay.
office. We
Yeah,
sat right
yeah,
next
yeah,
to each
yeah.
other. So we got to the point we started doing this thing called bag time, right? So like every day after work, we would like go to my crib, smoke a blunt or whatever.
You good.
And we would
Yeah.
just be talking.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah. So we would pretty much just be talking about like how we trying to get out of there and like what we
Mhm.
about to do.
Mhm.
And I would like flip cars here and there. Like going way back, I flipped my first car in like high school.
Mhm.
But I had like expressed that to him, and he actually introduced me to this guy in Southwest Philly that had, he was like pretty much letting you like rent dealer tags, and he would give you auction access.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
Okay.
So from there, I think the first car I flipped,
It's
like,
crazy. I forgot about this
Yeah,
part. Yeah, we was
yeah.
just talking about
Facts.
it. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, bro. So I had called off of work like right after I got it. It was like right around Christmas time. We went to the auction, and I grabbed this Nissan Sentra for like $750.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally the next day, I was at work getting blown up for this Sentra.
That's fire.
I went out to Northeast and I sold it for like $1,500
Okay.
or $1,600. So I
Yeah.
like doubled my bread, right?
Mhm.
I was like, damn, this is lit. Called off again the next day. Went to another auction in Jersey, and I grabbed Honda. I think it was a Honda Accord. I got it for like $800. Sold it for $2,100.
Mhm.
Right. So that salary, I was
Real quick,
Yeah.
because you going in right now, and I really want this shot. Is that red light on?
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So yeah, mind you, like my salary is 35, 40,000. That's like 2,700 a month gross,
Yeah.
right? And I just made like 2,100 in like 3 days,
Right,
flipping
right.
cars.
Right.
So we got to the point, I was like, all right, yo, like that corporate shit probably beat.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
So I remember, bro, I was in the Matrix on Emmanuel's balcony. You remember the crib he had on 8th?
Yeah. That was a nice home.
It was nice.
That was a nice home.
It was nice.
Yeah.
So I was on the balcony, bro, stressing. Like, this job is the only thing I have. It's the only thing that brought me to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, should I really quit? And like
Mhm.
deep down, I know, like I'm already quitting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's really
yeah.
just like preparing myself to
Right,
quit.
right.
Yeah. So I went in the next day, or like whenever I might have been on Christmas break after that. But when I went back, I ended up leaving, And then from there, I was just, flipping cars as my main source of income. And then, that dude that I was working with, he got a little shady, which is, I ended up moving back to the Valley because that wasn't really an outlet
Shit
anymore.
went left.
Yeah, but now I have the, the car selling experience. So I went to go sell Jeeps and Dodges or whatever. And I started snapping, bro. Selling like, 10, 15, 20 cars a month.
Yeah, no, that's fire. I know quite a few people. My boy Quan, his brother, he works for, I don't know, like let's just say a Kia dealership or something like that in the Poconos.
Or
Bank.
Yeah.
In the Poconos.
Yeah, bro.
Like, there's not a lot of foot traffic in the Poconos.
Yeah. No, you can eat. I slept on it, honestly.
Bank.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad that you said that because I low-key forgot. So, how many cars do you think you flipped during that time,
By
roughly?
myself.
By your time, by yourself.
So, bro, I think I was going through it. I had like a Tahj Auto Group like Instagram page.
Yeah, I remember that.
And bro,
Tahj Auto Group LLC. I still follow that. Yeah.
So, bro, I was flipping cars for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I think there was like 60-something cars on there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was OD.
Yeah, because I remember I was helping you post it on Facebook. I was posting your stuff on Facebook. So I'm like, yo, my man out here getting it. I respect it, bro.
That shit was treacherous too, like
Yeah.
them cars will leave you on the side of the road sometimes, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember. I had to drive you to the auction one time
to pick them up.
Yeah, to pick them up.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, so I love that. So you've sold cars. You've basically you're still basically selling the time for your cars through Toro.
Right.
You're sold homes, contracts.
Yep.
You flipped homes. Let's talk about you flipping homes. And you're 24.
Right.
You're 24.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. People need to hear this. People need to see shit like this.
Facts.
So, how many homes have you flipped?
I think the second one is on the market right now.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. And well, even if you flipped one,
Yeah.
I've only ever sold one car in my life.
Right.
But I could actually say, hey, listen, I've sold a car before.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So what was that experience as far as like flipping a home? Like, was that good?
Yeah, so honestly, bro, I was super hands off. Like, we were, lucky enough to get plugged in with this dude, like a realtor in the Valley.
Yeah.
And, we pretty much like came to an agreement, like, y'all find the properties and then I'll handle, the financing. And he's a licensed realtor. So he pretty much, he made the process super easy because he knows what he's doing. He's experienced.
And y'all had to like roll up y'all sleeves and get the work in there though, right? Demo in and all that.
I mean, they was in there. I think you're thinking about Camp Street. That's when we was trying to do a flip.
Okay.
We were trying to sell two, flip it.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because the foundation was all messed up.
The house that I went to in the Lehigh Valley.
Yeah,
it was like one floor.
The yellow one.
Yeah, it was the yellow. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we was trying to flip that right before we moved to Florida.
Okay.
Didn't work out, but we was able to get out the contract or whatever.
Got you. That's smooth. I do have a question. And this is where we've talked about. We're going to bring it back.
Yeah.
So before you was doing all these things, you were. So once again, these batteries are killing us. But what I wanted Tahj to say was, Tahj ended up selling drugs. Should have been able to like be predicted because these kids, they thought that I didn't know that they was smoking weed when y'all was like 12, 13.
How old was it? We was like 14.
Y'all was 14?
Yeah, I was a freshman.
All right. That's still mad, young.
Yeah,
but still. Look, I always played stupid. I never ratted on y'all. At least I don't think I ever ratted on y'all, right? Right?
Nah,
I always played stupid because I always mind my business.
I know Nat used to be snitching for sure.
Oh, word, yeah. Because you said that you got caught slipping smoking in the basement, right?
Yeah.
That is funny.
We had like smoke before like Saturday detention or some shit.
Yeah.
Clean up correctly and
That's funny.
So
so what the reason why I want to say that story, number one, is because I know you gained a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge in not just sales, but also how to deal with others selling drugs.
Right.
A lot of the major people like, Will Smith, a lot of people that I know, I mean, not Will Smith, Jay-Z, a lot of people that I know used to sell drugs, 2 Chainz. I mean, like really smart people. Like, Snoop Dogg used to sell drugs to Carmen Electra when they was in high school.
Really?
Snoop Dogg and Carmen Electra both went to Long Beach High School, I believe. That's what it was called. And Carmen Electra's weed man was Snoop Dogg.
Makes sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it was Carmen Electra. Who's the other girl that was in Charlie's Angels? Blonde hair? Cameron Diaz. My guy. Yo, you deserve a point for that. My guy. Yeah, Cameron Diaz. All right, so you know, there's nothing wrong with doing it. I almost sold drugs twice.
Yeah.
It took Quran to scare me. Nah, facts. Yo, facts.
Yeah.
Yo, cause you know what? Yo, you know what, yo? Sometimes, bro, listen, no cap, bro. Yo, no cap. Yo. Yo, swear to God, I almost sold drugs twice in my life.
Yeah.
I was between a rock and a hard place, you hear me? And I was ready, nigga. Like, you feel me? I was ready. But one time, Quran, he stood there and he sent, like, I was a senior in high school. And I was talking to my cousin. By that time, my cousin, this is before he was empowering cuz.
Yeah.
You feel me? I could go to my cousin for some weed, but I never smoked or anything. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Josh, like, I need to make a flip. Like, you feel me?
Right.
Like, how much? And I remember he basically said, yo, you buy this and you sell it, you make $90. I'm like, nigga,
Bugging.
I'm about to get locked up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, $90 not worth it. I'm about to
Nah.
punch this clock for $8.50. You feel me? Like, so what happened was I was still gonna do it. The next day I didn't go to school. I went to the Philadelphia Zoo with my girlfriend at the time, Kimani. I don't know if you guys remember, but I went with her. She was going to Emmaus, so she's down in Philly, and I get this text message. I mean, this is before the blue, iPhone. He's texting me, and it comes in like it starts off. This is the FBI. I swear to God, this is a true story. It starts off. This is the FBI. We remember your conversation with so and so yesterday at so and so time. And yo, it was like 7 messages because you know how it comes in with green. Like Android still does that.
Yeah.
You get a text from an Android, it's probably going to be coming in like
Bubbles.
Mad bubbles, right? So I get this text from him, and I'm so fucking scared that it died.
You keep going though. Just pass it to me.
So yeah, because the shot's gonna take me anyways. So I'm so fucking scared that like I'm gonna get locked up because they said that they was gonna meet me at my house. I mean, no, they was gonna meet me at my job.
Yeah.
At that time, I worked on 8th and Chestnut, not too far from here, like 3 blocks away from here. Deadass. I worked on 8th and Chestnut. I leave Kimani. I give her a hug, like, yo, I think I'm about to get booked. Type shit.
Wait, did you buy weed at this point?
No.
Or this is a thought?
It was.
It's the conversation.
Yo, it was a thought. It was a conversation. Yo, it was a conversation, bro. It was. I did not buy any weed, so I'm having a conversation, and then Quran, all the details from the conversation that we had the night before, he's putting into it, but he's not texting me from his number.
Right.
You feel me? He's texting me from a different number.
Yeah.
So I get all this shit. These niggas basically saying that they're going to meet me at my job at 3 p.m. when I go clock in for work. So I go to my job at like 2:30. I tell my boss I was about to sell weed. I tell my boss, bro, I was about to start trapping, bro. Like, I'm trying to make it to college. Yo, that was the reason why I was about to start trapping. It's because to go to college.
Word.
It wasn't for extra bread. It was nigga, I wasn't getting no help.
Right.
My mom lived 2 blocks north of me, and this is the seriousness of it. My mom lived 2 blocks away from me. I didn't have a relationship with her. Yeah. You feel me? My dad lived in my house, but he wasn't working.
Right.
So I had to make money being like basically Panera bread. Yeah. I had to make money, and $100 out of every paycheck went to him.
I worked at Panera too. That's funny.
Well, I worked at Cozy, but it's like Panera bread, right? Yeah. So you feel me? But yeah, so like basically $100 went to every check. I had to pay for the enrollment fees, the housing fees. I got robbed when I first moved back to Philly. I got robbed when I first moved back to Philly, and I had to pay that cell phone off because the early termination contract. You feel me? I had to pay that off, which was $50 every month. Yeah. Yo, and I had to pay my own phone bill. It's the same phone number I got now. I had it since my phone got stolen. You feel me? But yeah, so like basically, long story short, I was about to start trapping to go to college. But long story short, I tell Quran. Quran sends me the text message. I did not know it was from Quran. I ended the fucking Philadelphia Zoo trip early with my girlfriend at the time. I go to my job. I tell my boss, yo, listen, the cops, the FBI about to come. You feel me? They're gonna question me. Like, you know, I'm a good kid. I'm just trying to go to college. And my boss is talking to me like, yo, like, I'll give you on some loan shark shit. I swear to God. On some loan, like, yo, I'll give you a couple dollars and you're gonna have to pay me back plus interest. I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like, I'm straight.
Word.
So nobody ever came, obviously.
Yeah.
FBI never came. Called my best friend up. He started dying. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna take that shit as a sign that I should not be selling drugs. Right. So I didn't sell drugs. But yeah, so like basically I just wanna know, like, you know, number one, like, I don't know if you just wanted money or whatever, like, you feel me? Like, it really doesn't matter at this point. But I really want to know, like, why did you start? And I want you to tell people, like, why you got out of it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was like freshman year, bro, when I started smoking. Obviously, weed mad expensive. So I'll be asking my pops for like $20. He'd be like, what you need $20 for? I just gave you $20 yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm trying to go eat. He's like, your mom made food downstairs, right? So I guess I bought like an eighth or a quarter or some shit. And, you know, I pretty much sold half of it and I got the rest for free, right? That's how it started.
Go ahead.
And I don't know if you remember in high school, I used to throw mad parties, right?
I don't.
All right, word. Yeah, you lived in Philly at the time, I think. Well, anyway, I threw mad parties, so it just made sense. You know, there was always people around. If you got it on you, you know,
facts.
Made sense.
Facts.
So I pretty much just kept going. Like, one thing, you know, led to another. So after graduating high school, I was working at Amazon, and by this time, I'm selling like, you know, probably like £1 a week, pretty much, right? Yeah. So I had like a system. Even back then, I had systems and processes. I didn't even know, right?
Yeah, I love it.
But I pretty much had like 4 people that I would go, you know, drop some shit off, right? I'll go work at Amazon, treacherous.
Yeah. Facts. I worked there. That shit is slavery.
Like night shift, bro. Thursday to Sunday, and then Monday, you know, I'll pretty much go collect my bread and get through some more. Yeah. It actually got to the point, like, I moved out my parents' crib the end of that year because, bro, like, I would break the bag open and the whole, like, bro, the crib would just reak. Like my parents thought I was like smoking in the crib, but I was really just opening the bag. Right. It was some gas. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, bro. So I moved out my parents' crib, and bro, that was just a real dramatic time, right? Yeah. So I moved out, like, it was January 2016, so the year after I graduated. I moved out like the 3rd week in January, and then everything just went downhill. Yeah. Like, back to back, shit just went downhill. Yeah. So I had a Volkswagen GTI, right? This is like the first event, all right? So my boy Michael Gordon, he had like an RSX Type S, and we're like, you know, clipping through the back roads, nothing crazy, right? But it's cold out, so there was some black ice. Yeah. And I hit the black ice in my GTI, and I went off the road, like, damn. Yeah, like, my shit just kept going. I was probably doing like 80. Like, I had downshifted.
Was it like rear wheel drive or something?
No, it was front wheel drive.
Okay.
But my shit was like a sled. You know what I mean? So I was about to downshift, come out this turn, and pass him. You know, I've done it like 100 times. Yeah. But this time, bro, I slipped on the black ice and my shit just went straight. So I'm like, you know, like Wild Cherry, like that neighborhood right there. Yeah. So, bro, I'm like behind those houses, like just flying through, like behind their backyards, right? Wow. And then my car was just stuck in the snow in somebody's front yard, and they never came out. They had to have been on vacation or something. Yeah. But, bro, I had to, you know, get my car towed and everything like that. But it's like a week later, my boy Cooper was actually,
I remember him. Rest in peace, right?
Rest in peace, bro. Yeah. Cooper got murdered, bro. Like, damn. It was like February 9th, February 10th, and it was like just some crazy shit, bro. It's like some psychopath, like, just like murdered him. You feel me? They got stabbed like 17 times.
God bless him. That's crazy.
God bless. Facts, bro. But the next day I'm at work. I was working at like some bagel shop. And my roommate Jace worked right next door. I see Jace go outside, like, throwing a fit, bro, like throwing shit at his car. I'm like, what's up with this thing? You feel me? It's doable. Yeah. And then this girl Bianca texts me, and she's like, what happened to Cooper? Like, with a frowny face. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this nigga talking about? Yeah. So I look it up. Sure enough, that shit comes up. Like, you know, he was just in a maze and got stabbed. Like, that shit does not happen in a maze.
Right. Bro. No, it doesn't. Yeah.
But that, you know, that's unfortunately that happened. Yeah. So I go home, bro, and I'm coping. I guess it's like the next day that I find out, and like literally that night, bro, it's like my girl's birthday. Yeah. It's my girl's birthday. So we're at the crib, like, smoking, drinking, and somebody hits me up for HP, right? And like, I don't know, I never did shit like this.
For the people that don't know, HP is what?
It's a half a pound.
Right.
So it was worth like $1,600 back then. I was probably charging $1,700 for it. So it was in it was in Bethlehem, so it was a little ways away, and mind you, I just crashed my car. Yeah. So I hit this girl up to drive me there. So we get there, and shit just felt sketchy, you know.
Felt
like,
eerie.
Yeah. Like when you like you have a gut feeling, bro. You gotta listen to that. That's your intuition for real. So I'm walking down the street, bro, and out of nowhere, like, boom, there's a shotgun in my face. Like, I'm in the Matrix out of nowhere, right? Like, the scariest shit. Like, my body went cold, bro. Like, and I was like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, bro, like, 3 more people come across. Like, you know, I don't know where they came from, but I'm getting jumped. They're like, yo, where the weed at? I'm like, I don't got it. They're like, stop fucking lying. And, like, by this point, I had been told my girl and the other girl to run. Like, I'm really just there by myself, for real.
Right.
So I get jumped or whatever.
Which is some very noble shit to do, to be honest. That's some movie shit to do.
Nah,
That's some superhero, like,
movie shit.
save yourself. It's crazy.
Nah,
like,
facts.
I'm not trying to laugh about it, but it's some noble shit to do.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah. So yeah, bro, I got up, I just got jumped. I was super calm, like, for somebody that got jumped. You feel me? Like, I was like walking, I ran back to the car. Car wasn't there because they're like spinning the block to come pick me up. And I feel like a bubble, bro. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It felt like an air bubble, right? And I'm like touching it, and my hand's mad bloody, but I just got jumped. So I don't know if my face is bleeding or what. I get in the car, and like, I'm mad calm, bro. Like weirdly calm. And I'm like, yo, I think I just got stabbed. And they're like, nah, like, we was there, like, you didn't get stabbed. And I lifted my shirt, and shorty driver was like, oh shit, you got stabbed. Like, so bro, they're flying me to the hospital. And bro, like, then my stomach like starts burning, bro. It's just hurting. And I'm like, bro, Cooper just got stabbed yesterday. Like, the story didn't come out like how many times or nothing, bro. But I'm like, is this like this is it, man? You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, I get to the hospital, bro. I walk in, and I'm like, yo, I just got stabbed. Nobody looks at me, and I scream that shit again. I could like barely speak. Like, I'm in so much pain. I'm like, yo, I just got stabbed. Like, they come pick me up, bro, and they're like, you know, carting me to the back. And I'm just like, yo, please do not let me die. Like, my boy literally just died yesterday, like, in this hospital. Like, please do not let me die. Like,
that shit gave me the chills. God damn.
Bro, that shit is crazy, bro. And like, yo, they put me on the. I remember they put me on a table, and I just remember them like taking my chain off, and they put like that purple shit over my face, bro. And I woke up, and like my mom and dad was like standing next to me. I was mad loopy because like the sedation and shit. And like the nurse came in, and she had like, I think it was like a blood thinner. Like, they had to like, do like a shot in my belly. And that's when I was seeing, bro. It was like 52 staples going down my core. And I was, what the, you feel me? Like, what the fuck going on? Like, bro, I think I just went back to sleep. But, so I got poked, bro. And then it was a recovery process of like 2 to 3 months. I'm just in my mom's crib, like, can't move. You feel me? Like, she's like bringing me food, bringing me my medication. And I'm just like in my head, like, yo, I'm a dickhead. Like, what, you feel me? Like, I was not, I came from a good home. I had no business being out there. Like, how did he even get here? Like, you feel me? I was like, yo, I need to turn shit around, bro. Like, this is not it. This is not the path I'm about to go down. And I promise, like, when I'm not in pain no more, when I can walk again and whatever, bro, I'm about to get to this bag, like, the legal way. You feel me?
I remember calling you when I found out that, I don't know if you were still in the hospital or not, but when you posted, I'm like, my nigga Tahj, because I think at the time, either, was that right before or right after Vima?
I was after, bro. Vima was in high school, so that was like I was in like 10th grade. I was in like 10th grade for Vima.
Got you, yeah.
I got mad love though. Mad people was blowing my line up.
Yeah,
you feel
bro.
Because
you a good man. That's why.
Facts.
For real, bro.
Yeah,
You a good man.
It was mad love, bro. But,
So, so that right there is what made you change your life around and make better decisions. And then after that, you moved to Philly, or after that, you was just living in Allentown?
So from there, I was still living in Allentown. I was like delivering pizzas. I actually went back to school. My dad was like, "You're not going to school no more." Like, you feel me? Pretty much blew that.
Right.
So I enrolled in school. I was delivering pizza, and then I became an automotive technician. So I started like working on cars, and then that's kind of how it led into me moving into Philly after that.
I honestly, obviously, bro, you like a little brother to me, man. Like, I'm so happy you was able to make it past that, and I'm even happier, bro, that you didn't retaliate, that you didn't, like, you know, get deeper into it. Because a lot of time, bro, especially with young men, bro, we got that ego.
Facts.
You feel me? I don't know how I would have reacted if I got poked up and if I knew who did it or whatever. Bro, what? I really don't know how I would have reacted.
Facts.
And the fact that you was able to just, like, you know what? I'm good. You know, like, fuck all that other bullshit. Like, I'm going to just work my way out of this. Like, I respect that. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. Because, you know, your fate, well, what could have been your fate ends up being a lot of people's fate. Because they just don't know when to hit that stop button.
Bro.
So,
100%. And you get caught up, bro. You just get lost in the sauce. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So many people hitting you up. It's like, it's so easy to go get it and just, you feel me, make some bread. Like, it's like, when do you stop? It's like, of course, even when I was at Amazon, I was like, like, I should stop now. And I was like, nah, like, I make way more selling bud than I do working at Amazon. It was just like, I was trying to buy a whip. I couldn't, you know, just be like, yo, Dad, I got 5 bands to go buy a car. He was like, how? You feel me? So I was working, like, you know, still selling bud and shit. But yeah, bro, you get lost in the sauce quick, you know, doing shit like that.
Nah, and that's why I'm saying, like, yo, it's like you've lived 3 lives by
Mhm.
24.
Word.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and I just think that that's phenomenal. I have a
Right.
question.
Sure.
And I'm not sure if you've actually done this, but somebody like people like us in this
Mhm.
room, we really like we really we take a lot of risk,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So tell me a time that you took a risk in the name of your dreams or whatever, something that you wanted to get done
Yeah.
that you was like, I really shouldn't be taking this risk right now.
Yeah.
And it don't got to be anything dangerous. It could
Mhm.
just be something like, yo, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I mean, bro, like
Go ahead.
as I said earlier, when like I was working on my corporate job for like a year. You
Mhm.
feel me? And it was a fire job. Like to this day, it's a fire job.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, quitting that job, bro, was a huge decision.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like
Right.
I didn't want to do it. My dad didn't want me to do it because of a fire job.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I'm not trying to be working for people. And like I got the connect now. I could do this shit on my own, have mad free time.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge barrier to get over. I
Yeah.
think I was contemplating that for like a month before I
Yeah.
actually quit.
Right.
Yeah, bro. So I would say that.
So quitting the job that you had in Philly, right? The 35 to 40K.
corporate job, yeah. Because it was right there on 18th and Market. Like, bro, it was fire.
Yeah,
It was
18th
fire.
and Market is a great place to be working.
I met
at.
mad
Yeah.
people. Like everybody was like fresh out of Temple and
Mm.
you know the sales or Westchester. You know, it was just a vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing else in Philly going for me, so that was definitely a huge decision to make.
Nah, I respect that. I wasn't sure if you was gonna, cause what I really wanted was like something like, yo, like I did this shit and I probably shouldn't have done it,
Mhm.
but I made my way out of it.
Yeah.
And you know, it was in the name of my dreams. I've done that many times. Stupid shit,
Mhm.
shit that like the way I've actually went, like my path that I've taken to actually get to this point, right,
Yeah.
has been dumb.
Yeah.
Like I would not recommend it for anybody else, but I'm just so fucking stubborn.
I feel you.
I'm so stubborn, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it work this way.
Facts.
You feel me? I could have saved myself a lot of heartache, time, energy, and effort
Mhm.
if I would have just, you know, got a 9 to 5
Yeah.
or, you know, grinded it out the way, you know, I see everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
Once again, with the 9 to 5, or I don't even know, like, you feel me? Outside of like the way I've went about it is I'm very particular with how I make money.
Yeah.
Because I've done the Amazon thing. I've worked at T-Mobile. I've given myself to, you know, companies and, you know, they just shut down the whole fucking department.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and I'm the best salesman and or one of the best.
Right.
Like, I'm definitely always either the best or one of the best at
Right.
whatever the fuck I do.
Mhm.
But like, you know, working that 9 to 5 and getting like, you know, shipped to the side, or, you know, your boss is shitting on you like, nah.
Yeah.
I'd rather struggle out on the real world
Facts.
than punch a clock and feel like, you know, I'm tight that I got to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning or
Yeah.
draining myself. And I'm like, yo, all this time that I'm spending on somebody else, I could be spending on myself.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how I look at it.
You know, granted, when I did leave that job, I went on that run for like 6 months,
Mhm.
and then it, you know, didn't end up working.
Yeah.
But that's one thing, bro. I have no regrets for any decisions that I've ever made. You
Gotcha.
feel me? Because either way, I'm here where I am now, and I needed all of that to either, you know, build character or, you know, see. I never want to be like, you know, this could have went differently if I hadn't done this or if I did do this. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think every decision that I've made was the correct decision so far, for real.
Honestly, and I feel like all of us.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
100%.
we're right here, right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? I ask this question every week, honestly. What have you done in the last week to like invest in yourself
Like financially or.
in any way possible? It doesn't matter. Honestly, I would prefer not financially.
Okay. I started meditating again. So there's this thing I'm gonna recommend it for everybody. It's called the 21 Days of Abundance.
Okay.
By Deepak Chopra.
Okay.
So they actually have it on Spotify now, and it's like 21 days, like 15-minute guided meditations each.
I like it. I
So
like
that-
it.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
gonna put
what,
that in the details below. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
bro. This is probably like my 5th time doing it. First time I did it was like right before I moved to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I got to Florida, but you know, it just gets me right mentally. You know
I
what
love
I'm
it.
saying? It's super calming.
Like walk us through it. You don't got obviously not the 15 minutes, but like
Yeah.
like what is he saying? Like breathe in,
So
breathe out.
So the first day he'll like, you know, introduce you to abundance, like, you know, what abundance is,
Yeah.
and then he'll literally walk you into it. So he's like, you know, go within, you know, like that's when like the meditation starts, and there's just like some music playing, and then you come back and he's like, when you're ready, like open your eyes, and like, bro, the first time when I opened my eyes, bro, it was the craziest feeling I ever felt. You feel me? It was wild.
You know, meditation helps with memory, like retaining like good memory. So like there's like people like that are actually in memory competitions.
Yeah.
You feel me? Where they could remember what was on the third line in page 257 of the 6th Harry Potter book.
So
and they could read you the third line.
That's crazy.
But what they do is they meditate
Yeah.
for hours and they like really get into that zone. Craziest thing is when it comes to meditation, bringing it back to Emmaus. I took algebra 2 CP.
Yeah.
And I was in 11th grade, struggled with that shit. That shit was fucking hard, my nigga. And I didn't go to lunch for like a whole like 30, like about 30 days. It was like 30, 60 days for 2 months that I did not go to lunch. And I just went to go get tutored by my teacher, Mrs. Tellis. Y'all remember Mrs. Tellis? Y'all know who that was? The math teacher?
No.
Well, her name was Mrs. Tellis Carl. And she was there when I was in high school.
Okay.
But yeah, so the craziest thing is that I noticed that I would remember my Algebra 2 CP, like the work and how to do it if I just thought about it.
Right.
If I wasn't in front, like if I was in a shower or whatever, I'm thinking about working my way through the problem instead of having the paper and pen or the paper and pencil in front of me, the textbook, because then I was able to like really calmly like internalize the information that I was learning in class and in tutoring. You feel me? So, and I feel like that's a form of meditation.
Definitely.
But when I was in high school, I had no idea.
Right.
I was just like, yo, it works when I think about it.
Right.
Let's
Facts.
think about it some more. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the Deepak Chopra, he walks us through what abundance is and like, and there are 15-minute segments, you saying?
Yeah, roughly. It's like 10 to 15 minutes. It's 21 days, so every day you do one. So I used to do them like after I go to the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
I do it in the sauna usually.
Word.
It's fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. Feels great. I actually love meditation, man, because
fire,
like me, I'm not the type of person like,
Facts.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
But like, and I think I've said this already in this episode, like, in like previous episodes, that I'll meditate in front of people.
Word.
Like if I feel like an hour ago, when y'all saw me get really mad, and I'm like, yo, I'm getting really fucking annoyed.
Facts.
Like I started meditating,
Yeah.
but like that's how I do it.
Right.
I just start talking to myself, or I say my affirmation, or I'll just be like, James, it's not that deep. And you know, all those things are recalibrating our minds and our brains and our energy and you know, our whole bodily system.
Facts.
And then it's just like, all right,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
And
Let's figure it out.
Meditating is definitely like a practice. You know, you have to like learn how to meditate and get to a meditative state.
A muscle.
A muscle. There
It's
you
a
go.
muscle.
Like, the first time I tried meditating, bro, it was actually me and my sister, and we was like in her apartment, and we was yo, let's throw some meditation music on. I woke up the next morning. I was asleep. You feel me? But,
Yo, was y'all high?
yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
we was
hilarious. That's hilarious.
we was
Yeah,
smacked.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit. Let's actually talk about why people meditate, and I actually have this as a question.
Okay.
You believe in manifestation,
100%.
100%, and I
Yeah.
know that, and I love that about you. Give us an example of a time that you manifested some shit that you never thought, or that you manifested it like quicker than what you anticipated, or some shit that you was like, yo, this is a major goal,
Yeah.
and then you manifested it, you like, word, like I could tell you how I did that.
Yeah.
I want to know how you did it.
So like this summer, you remember what was it for? I think it was Eddie's gender reveal,
Okay.
and we had taken Brandon's Benz to Orlando.
Yeah.
I remember I was quiet in the whip. 'Cause I was just in my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, if you were to come on a trip, right, would you get a Mercedes C300 or a BMW X1?
Yeah.
And then I like showed you the cars and like you picked.
Yep.
So you picked one of them.
Yep.
And then the next one I was like, if you came out here, would you get a Tahoe or an Escalade?
Mhm.
Right? And
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
obviously the Escalade.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think that was in June.
That was the baby shower. Yeah, that was in June. Yeah.
In June.
Yeah.
All right. So by July 3rd, I had the Benz.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then
Right.
The Escalade was a bigger,
Of
you
course.
know, hurdle.
Yeah.
It's bread, but
Yeah.
I remember I was in Miami, bro, and like I had found the exact Escalade that I have. I had the VIN number, I had the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and we was on the beach, bro. And I think I ate a couple mushrooms for real.
Word.
All right, just chilling on
Yeah,
the beach.
I'm glad you said that because I wanted to
Yeah.
talk about that. Yes.
Yeah, bro. So I was chilling on the beach, vibing with my music, bro. And I remember I was just standing in like the shoreline,
Yeah.
staring at the Escalade.
Yeah.
And I was, I'm grabbing this exact Escalade. You feel
Yeah.
me? To the point where the next day I listed it on Turo. Didn't have it yet.
Wow.
But I listed it with the VIN number and the pictures
Wow.
on Turo, and then it got a trip. So I was like, I gotta get it.
That's so
And then a week later, bro, I came up here, grabbed the Escalade, drove it back down. You feel me?
That's so fire.
Yeah.
And I don't know too many people that are, mentally there enough to know when they're manifesting something.
Right.
I see a lot of times where people, tweet or put on social media, manifesting X amount of dollars this month or manifesting this, but it's like, do you know what it takes to manifest?
Right.
Do you understand, the type of belief that you have to have in yourself to be able to manifest correctly and in a timely manner?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I love the fact that you did that. And my favorite part of that story is you posting a car.
Yeah.
How much does the car cost? $100,000?
Nah.
Nah?
It's like 60.
Oh, 60?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm thinking like Lincoln Navigators because the Lincoln Navigators
the Escalade brand new was like it's like 100.
Okay, word. Okay, so I thought you got a brand new. So it was a certified
2 years
pre-owned.
old. Yep.
Got you.
It had like 30,000 miles on it.
Got you. Yeah. So I mean, $60,000 car,
Mhm.
crazy. You
It's
feel
up there.
me?
Yeah, it's up
Yeah,
there.
it's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, the
Mhm.
point is still made.
Yeah.
You definitely had to. You had to grab your balls, man.
Yeah.
You listen, like big boy shoes on.
feel
Let's
me?
get it.
Yeah.
So I love that. That was a great answer.
Word.
So every week I have a segment. This is my favorite segment. Honestly, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna do the quick round.
Okay.
Top 5 favorite movies.
Favorite movies?
Top 5. Yeah.
All
It
right.
don't got to be in any order.
All right. Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, that's a great answer.
Yeah. Scarface.
I love that.
Shrek.
Okay, I love that.
Shrek
I
up
love.
there.
Yeah, I love Shrek.
Shrek
All right.
up there.
I like Shrek. Shrek is a really enjoyable movie. I had to
Yeah.
think about it for a second,
Yeah.
but it's really enjoyable.
All the Fast and Furiouses,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
Um.
So what's that, 4? We're gonna group
Mhm.
all 10 Fast and Furiouses in one.
All right. Cool.
5.
It's really all of them to Fast 5, like all of them to the 5th one.
Okay.
After
okay.
that, it started getting a little goofy.
Start getting real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas going in space in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Niggas catching cars and shit.
Word. And then for the last one, probably Bad Boys 2.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Word.
4 favorite books.
Celestine Prophecy.
What?
Celestine Prophecy.
By who?
I couldn't tell you off
Okay.
the top of my head.
Celestine, like Celestine.
Yeah.
Prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little turquoise book.
Okay.
That book's fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need to
lot-
read that. Yeah.
Definitely.
3 more.
All right. That Master Key of Success book that you put me on.
The Master Key System.
Yeah.
Did
Master
you
Key
read it?
System.
I don't like.
I read it-
I'm gonna pull
it-
your card.
I read enough to get the gist of it.
No.
Yeah.
No. There's no such thing as reading enough to get in the gist of that.
Alright.
So
It was a quick book. You feel
yeah.
me?
It's
So I
but so go
Yeah.
ahead.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right, I can't recite the whole book, but I remember when I was reading that book,
Yeah.
I remember the way it made me feel.
Uh-huh.
It was an excellent book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Smooth.
Yeah.
Did you read the whole book though?
Maybe. I honestly can't answer that right now. I think I did.
Okay.
It's a little book, right?
It is a little book.
Yeah. It's like 15 keys or something.
It's like 24.
All right, yeah, then cool. I'll probably get to 15.
All right. Top 3 mentors or people you look up to. You don't gotta know them personally,
Yeah.
or you could know them personally. It don't matter.
Mentors. One would be like Max Maxwell.
Okay.
I definitely
Yeah.
looked up to him a lot. You know,
Yeah, I fuck with him.
especially like learning about wholesale and things like that.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone definitely up there.
Yeah.
He kind of like got me into like the entrepreneurial shit,
Okay.
you know. And then Gary V probably.
Okay. I love Gary
Yeah,
V.
Gary V
I love
cool
Gary V.
peoples. Yeah.
Top 2 musical albums.
I'm gonna say Get Rich or Die Trying.
Hey.
And
Patiently waiting for a track to
Yeah.
explode on. You could
damn,
start it.
bro,
You
that's-
want. Oh,
yo,
your ass
that's
to get
mad
blowed
hard,
on.
bro. I ain't
Well,
gonna front.
you got one more.
All
That's
right.
why I only did 2.
I'm gonna do championships. if I meet.
Championships. I'll
Yeah.
fuck with that. I like
Yeah.
that. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word.
Yeah.
That should come quick because I feel like I have like, some distinct words.
Yeah. You do.
Strippity is a good one.
Go ahead.
My favorite word, like with a meaning, or it's like something I say often.
Don't matter. I'll tell you mine after.
After.
After you say yours, I'll tell you my favorite word.
Okay. Damn, bro, that's a hard question.
I love it.
Yeah. I'll be saying facts a lot.
You do say facts.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with that?
For now.
Okay.
We might spin the block on it.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. My favorite word is motherfucking Jones.
All right.
Yes.
It's like 3.
Well,
It's like 3
motherfucking
words.
is like 1. You feel me? All right. Yeah, right? If you say it in 1, motherfucking Jones, like,
motherfucking Jones.
I got that from, I think, Horrible Bosses.
Okay.
And Jamie Foxx's character, he's like supposed to be some assassin killer nigga, like, and they're like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Motherfucker." And then they're like, "What's your like? Is that your full name?" He was like, "My last name is Jones." Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I like saying that because when I'm angry or when I want to say something stupid and just catch people off guard, I just say motherfucking Jones, and I just start seeing how people react to it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's great for me to recalibrate.
Okay.
You feel me? So yeah,
That's cool.
it's kind of weird.
It's a nice little word.
That lady asked you in the interview, how do you make toast?
That was weird.
Somebody asked you in an interview how you make toast,
Yeah, bro.
and what you say?
Bro, I just told him how I make toast. I said I put the toaster at like 4, throw some butter and some jelly on it, like.
And what she say?
I don't know what type of question. She said good answer, but I was like, I don't know why you'd ask somebody that question.
He answered it like a freak. He was like, I don't let it get too dark. I don't let it get too light. He's like, I put butter on it before I spread the jam.
He
Facts.
said,
Thanks.
Let me see, she hype on the Zoom.
let me see. What's the biggest difference between 18, 19-year-old Tahj and the Tahj right now at 24?
Understanding how powerful I am. Like, you know, stepping into my power was,
nigga.
bro, it was like the biggest, you know, life change for me, you know. Back then I just like take life more seriously now.
Yeah.
I know everything that I do has a consequence, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, I just realized like I'm a powerful being. You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So this is where we get to my favorite part, which is called Gold Roses.
Okay.
So I want you to give your roses to anybody in your life.
Okay.
It could be anybody. Somebody that has, you know, helped you out along the way. Shout them out. Tell them what they mean to you, and, you know, tell us what they mean to you.
I'm about to get it to my sister for real, bro.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
like
it.
from day one, has been my best friend.
Yeah.
She always had my back.
Yeah.
She always like instilled like confidence into me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, pretty much telling me how powerful I am, how
Yeah.
like smart I am, and how I need to use it.
Yeah.
She was honestly like my second mom growing up. She's like 8 years older than me, but she just always had her shit together.
Yeah.
You know, like looking back, like when she was 24 and like I'm 24 now, I'm sure she could say the same about me. But like, I was looking at her like a superhero.
Word.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
she was always on point. Like,
Yeah.
She, you know, bought a house early, got a car early. You know, always like helped me, you know, go through shit, like new shit, you know, like credit, financing the car. Like I call her with everything to this day.
I love it.
You know, like if I have an idea, I call her first. Facts.
The thing that I like about y'all relationship, I love about y'all relationship, is that number one, it seems really genuine, and number two, y'all really help each other out wherever y'all can.
100%.
You feel me? Like, I know times where you said, like, you helped her out where people was trying to finesse her on a car. You're like, oh, sis, like, let me read
Facts.
that.
Yeah.
Yo, go back to them and tell them take this off.
Facts.
Why is this so high?
Facts.
Like, you not stupid.
Word.
Like, you feel me? And
Nah,
I love that energy.
Hey, bro, she just got a that was in July. She just got a BMW X5, like a new John.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I'll be on the phone with the salesman, finance manager, all that. Like, nah, take that shit out. Send me a copy of it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I always got her back. It's you know, it's
that.
mutual for sure.
So your roses are going to your sister.
Yeah.
Smooth. So
Yeah.
what's her name again?
Tamara.
Tamara?
Yep.
So Tamara, once again, thank you for being such a beautiful person in Tahj's life. I think I've only met her like twice, to be honest.
Right.
But every single time I see your Instagram and I see her in your Instagram, that energy always feels abundant. It always feels pure.
Yeah.
It always feels great. I think I'm a great like reader of energy. And you know, when she smiles, when y'all together, I see that brother sister energy.
Yeah,
you feel
bro.
me? Like me and my sister, we got the same thing. So
Facts.
I love that.
Yeah, bro.
Is there anything else you want to share or say before we wrap up?
Nah, bro. I mean, Just a word of advice, yo. If you have anything you ever working on, just take action on it.
Yes, sir.
You know, don't be scared to take action.
Yes, sir.
It's only gonna fail if you don't do it.
Yes, sir. Do you want to talk to people about what you have coming up? Like some of your goals. I know you said.
I know we're gonna do another podcast.
Okay, so you want to wait for things to come up?
I'm manifesting in silence.
All right,
you feel me?
smooth,
So
smooth,
y'all
smooth.
gonna see it happen, and we can speak on it once I got it.
Yes, sir. There's
Feel me?
there's a lot more coming. There's a lot more
Yeah,
coming. Let me make
100%.
sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. We really hit everything, and I'm really happy with the episode.
Definitely.
So I'll wrap it up with my morning affirmation. I am healthy, wealthy, harmonious, and happy. I am loving, loved, powerful, and whole. I am that which I call God. And once again, I say that every morning. I say that when I'm stressed out because it's just it's a great way to recalibrate. I am, not I want to be. I am healthy, wealthy, harmonious, and happy. I am loving, loved, powerful, and whole. I am that which I call God. Once again, Tahj, thank you. You feel me? We're going to get Emma here soon in front of the camera. Thank you, Emma, for helping me out with being the cameraman, changing these batteries out 11 times.
Thanks.
You feel me? So once again, that's been another episode of the James Terranova motherfucking experience. Let's go. My man. Oh, last thing. Happy birthday to DMX. You feel me? Happy birthday to DMX.
Yeah, I rolled the dice. Yeah, women, I'll be bad because the vocal's nice. Yeah, I must admit that this ain't overnight. I just hit the double with the jackpot. I'm in the snow, this in New England, but I'm dying high. Now I'm addict for the music when I can't stop. Ain't gon' let me anywhere to ask me. Ask a favor or a shout out to gas me. Really, they ain't take a risk, but want the outcome. Then asking how come.